Here's a newsflash for all you folks out there aspiring to be a leader, become managers, or get that promotion. You actually don't need a title to be a leader. You don't need decades of experience. Folks, leadership isn't about power, it's about impact. And in the age of artificial intelligence, that impact has never been more critical than it is today. If you want to become the kind of leader people remember forever, then keep watching this video, because in this video, I'm going to share the 13 key traits of high impact leaders. And why does this matter to you guys at the end of the day? Well, it matters because the reality is we're entering a completely new era. I mean, unless you've been living under a stone somewhere, you know that AI is transforming how we work, live, and connect, right? It's radically different, massive boost in productivity, but also a lot of ambiguity. The people who thrive in this future won't just be the ones who master these tools. They're going to be the ones who know how to lead others through uncertainty. They're going to be the ones who can inspire people to try new things even when they're scared, and create a safe space where it's okay to make mistakes and learn. They're going to be the ones that also help others reinvent themselves along the way. That's what leadership is all about. It's helping people become a better version of themselves. A few years ago, I did a video when I was living in Chile for my startup that was doing leadership development on the 12 characteristics of great leaders. And that video totally blew up and became one of the most watched videos on leadership in South America, with hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views and hundreds of comments. People told me that it helped them see leadership in a totally new way. But the reality is, life's changed a lot since then. And hey, I'm back in the US, totally different market, totally different country. And I realized I missed a couple of things in that video that I want to share with you guys today to help you guys become the leaders that you were meant to be. You see, leadership isn't just for CEOs or public speaking or public speakers. Leadership is about leading others, and it's for anyone. Leadership is totally situational. Whether you're leading a team, a family, a classroom, your local basketball team, or just yourself, these key 13 traits can transform your influence, your purpose, and your legacy. So let's start. Trait number 1, clarity of purpose. Great leaders understand their why, and they communicate it often. They have a clear mission, and their actions are aligned with that mission. Trait number 2, emotional mastery. Great leaders don't just manage their state. They feel, think, and then respond. They sense the emotions of others, identify their own, and lead with emotional intelligence. Trait number 3, courageous vulnerability. Good leaders inspire trust by being real, by being honest, by being authentic. They create psychological space and psychological safety by showing that it's okay to be human, and it's okay to make mistakes. Trait number 4, obsessive learning. These kind of leaders see failure as feedback. They see failure as the only path to really grow. They're relentless learners. They're constantly leveling up their experience. They're constantly reading stuff, listening to podcasts, taking online courses, using AI to experiment with things. They're always on the lookout for something new. Trait number 5, massive bias towards action. These people don't wait around. They don't analyze things to death. They don't get stuck in paralysis analysis. They move and get things done because they know that action creates momentum, and momentum creates results. Trait number 6, empowering communication. They influence through words, but also through great questions. These leaders listen, they ask, they spark clarity in others, they know the power of the pause, and in meetings, they often actually speak last. Trait number 7, strategic thinking. These leaders anticipate change. They're looking like 3 months, 2 quarters, 3 quarters down the road, and they're wondering what's going to change, how the market's going to evolve, what consumers are going to do differently, what competition is up to. And they're constantly on the lookout for things that could disrupt their business and their plans. Trait number 8, they're constantly adapting. These guys are like chameleons, right? They're like blending in with the foliage. They're changing all the time. In the era of artificial intelligence, folks, change is constant, right? We always talk about the only constant is death and taxes. Well, AI is going to bring that to a whole new level. These leaders stay flexible, reinvent themselves, and pivot fast when it counts. Trait number 9, they coach and mentor others. These are people that invest in their people. They elevate people because they know that great leaders don't just create followers, they create more great leaders. Trait number 10, they are resilient under pressure. How many times have you seen somebody that under pressure just loses their shit? It just goes completely nuts, right? Or just like curls up into a little ball and can't make a decision. These people are totally not like that. They nurture resilience like a muscle. Every setback becomes a setup for a stronger comeback. Trait number 11, unshakable integrity. And it shows up in the small things, right? They're on time to their meetings. They honor their word. If they tell you they're going to get you a promotion, they get you a promotion. If they tell you you're going to get holidays, they get you your holidays. And if they're not able to deliver, they renegotiate because they know that their word is their bond. It's consistency over convenience. Trait number 12, bold decision makers. They don't wait for the perfect data or the perfect plan. They're not afraid to fail. They choose what's right, not what's easy. And finally, and most importantly, our last and 13th trait, they are grounded in humility. These are people that try new things from the start, often. And guess what? When you try stuff from zero and when you're new at something, you're gonna fail, often, again and again. That's what keeps you sharp, human, and humble. These people realize that they don't have to have all the answers, and they're perfectly okay asking for help and input when they don't know something. So anyway, folks, those are the 13 key traits of great leaders. And remember, leadership is not a position. Leadership is a decision. In this day and age, you can choose to be an adaptive leader, regardless of whether you're managing a team of people or you're not. It's totally up to you. Leadership isn't something that you wait for, guys. It's something that you own right now. So here's my challenge to you. Answer these questions. First, which of these 13 traits are you most likely to be living right now? Think about those traits. Which ones are your strongest? And second, which ones are you hiding from? Which one of these really make you cringe and make you know that you need to work on doing a better job on these things? If you're serious about becoming a better leader and a better human being, check out the description in this video and download one of my free Mork guides. It will help you develop that particular trait and become the best version of yourselves. These Mork guides are packed with powerful strategies, tips, frameworks, and tools, and they even have their own prompts so that you can plug them into your preferred GPT and actually practice them as you go, regardless of whether you have a partner or not. All right, folks, this is the end of the video. Promise I'd keep it short, to the point. If this video inspired you, please like, comment, and share it with someone who needs to hear it. And most importantly, please, 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 this is a small ask. This is all I'm asking for. Subscribe to the channel. Follow me wherever you get your podcasts as well. And my podcast is called Mork Unfiltered. Each and every month, I'm dropping new tools, new amazing videos with crazy amazing people to talk about some of the challenges that they faced and how they overcame these. Next week, I'll be revealing the biggest leadership mistake I ever made and what it taught me about making an impact. Your legacy starts now, so let's get going and start leading. Thanks a lot. All the best. See you soon. Peace.